Welcome to RSSDI TV 2020, brought to you by Wokhart. I am Dr. Ruchi Shah, and on behalf of Wokhart RSSDI 2020, I welcome you all. I am glad to have with us today renowned endocrinologist from Delhi, Dr. Rajiv Chawla sir. Sir is a senior consultant diabetologist, director at North Care Center, and immediate past president RSSDI. Sir has a rich clinical experience in managing diabetes patients. Welcome Dr. Rajiv Chawla sir to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Ruchi Shah.
So, sir, based on your recent talk in RSSDI 2020, that is on diabetes and heart failure, we would like to know from you, do you think that heart failure is a common complication in diabetes?
Surely, I think it needs to be highlighted today that diabetes and heart failure are very, very common comorbidities, and heart failure should be viewed upon as a very, very important, a very serious complication of diabetes these days. Unfortunately, till 10 years ago, we were not really aware about heart failure being as one of the principal complication, but there have been large cohort studies, I must tell you, which have shown that peripheral arterial disease and heart failure are one of the first complication which happen as cardiovascular disease in the setting of type 2 diabetes. Here, I like to share with you a data of almost 4.5 million diabetics. It's a huge data which has shown that which is a study over almost 2007 to 2017, that means 10 years data, which has shown that heart failure is as common as almost 25% in the setting of type 2 diabetes. There has been another one data from years also, which is again between almost 20 years, 1990 to 2010, which has again shown that heart failure still remains an important complication. In spite of the fact that we are aiming for a very, very intensive therapy these days, we have been able to reduce other microvascular risk like diabetic nephropathy and neuropathy, and overall risk for CV death has little bit gone down. But actually, cardiac failure or CHF in the setting of diabetes has over last 10 years increased because it has not been given due importance. So it needs to be seen as a very, very important complication. Here I'll also quote a very, very common slang which is used, or very common quote which is used, that it is something like an elephant sitting in your room. So heart failure is very, very important today.
Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, what are the mechanisms of heart failure and diabetes mellitus?
Yeah, I think this is a very good question. That today we understand that heart failure in the setting of type 2 diabetes may happen by two mechanisms. One is a atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease in the setting of type 2 diabetes, which leads on to reduction in ejection fraction. What we say is heart failure with reduced ejection fraction, or HFrEF. By that accounts for almost 60% of patients, but 40% of patients, they have a preserved ejection fraction, what is commonly known as heart failure with preserved ejection fraction, or HFpEF, or heart failure with preserved ejection fraction, which is seen in almost 40% of patients, where it has been seen that it could be a microangiopathy because of advanced glycation and products, and because of persistent hyperglycemia, which does damage to myocardium and then leads on to heart failure without reducing ejection fraction. So these are two important mechanisms. One is a atherosclerotic mechanism contributing towards heart failure, and today what you are saying is a non-atherosclerotic mechanism contributing towards heart failure, which is also very, very important.
Okay, so sir, what are the symptoms of heart failure and how can we diagnose it?
Again, unfortunately, until unless you are looking for the symptoms of heart failure, you may actually miss. I must tell you, there has been another very good study, that is ERIC study, that is a atherosclerotic risk in communities in diabetic patient, which is again a long data of almost 5 to 6 years. Has been seen that those patients who were enrolled right in the beginning didn't have any heart failure. By 6 years or by 5 years, the risk of developing heart failure was as high as 5 to 6 times. That means heart failure is in any case going to happen. Many times you may not evaluate actually heart failure, because many times it may be asymptomatic. Symptom may be very, very sort of very subtle type of symptom like fatigue. Patient gets mild dyspnea on walking. Patient has low cardiac output phase and not able to do a lot of activity, physical activity. Like if you ask the patient to walk upstairs, he may not be able to do that. But even on flat walking, patient starts getting fatigue, exhaustion, leg pains, which are symptoms of low cardiac output. So actually, you need to evaluate heart failure by clinical examination, by symptomatology, by interrogating these symptoms. If patient says yes, then it is important to do a 2D echocardiography and maybe a Doppler study to find out whether patient has reduced ejection fraction or preserved ejection fraction, and what exactly is the ejection fraction which is contributing towards all these symptoms. So it needs to be actually evaluated. Many times symptoms may be very mild and patient may miss it actually.
Thank you, sir. So, we want to know the last question. What is known about the survival rates in diabetes with heart failure?
Yeah, this is again very important question. These days it is being realized that heart failure is as bad as is having a malignancy, because survival rate in all those patients who have established heart failure with diabetes may be as bad at 5 years. Like survival rate at 5 years may be as bad as any other malignancy like colonic malignancy or thyroid malignancy or maybe prostatic malignancy or breast malignancy females. That means at 5 years survival may be less than 50% what is seen in common malignancies. So actually mortality because of heart failure, as I told you earlier, has actually gone up in the setting of type 2 diabetes because a lot of emphasis has not been done. Good thing is of late we have tried to understand the mechanism of heart failure. Now we are evaluating our patients in a better way and we are putting them on drugs which can prevent heart failure, maybe right in the beginning, like ACE, ARBs, beta blocker, ibuprofen, or drugs like SGLT2 inhibitors which can prevent overall heart failure, hospitalization for heart failure, as well as CV death also will come down. So these are new drugs like SGLT2 inhibitors are very, very important drugs in management of type 2 diabetes.
So thank you so much, sir, for sharing your views on diabetes and heart failure. And stay tuned to RSSDI TV 2020 brought to you by Wokhart for more recent updates from RSSDI 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. G. Thank you, Dr. G.